Welcome to the channel, you dirty beanbags. I'm Bass Toys. I make content about Pokemon investing, collecting, a little bit of the history, my thoughts on the hobby and things that are going on. This video is going to talk about some predictions that I will make for the Pokemon market in 2025. Just remember that these are just some fun predictions. I'm not going to be talking about specific pricing, but I do want to talk about some of the things I think can and may happen this year into the run-up into 2026. Prediction number one is the Pokemon market right now is on absolute fire, as everybody knows, and I think this will continue to happen all the way through into 2026, right up until the 30th anniversary. Now, to elaborate a little bit further on what I mean by this, I mean that MSRP is likely to be the new starting price point for most product, especially on pre-order and pre-release. We can already see stuff on the Pokemon Center selling out within minutes. Bots, scalpers, flipper dipper skippers, all these people are in the hobby, as well as fans, collectors, rip and shippers, all these other people, right? So I think that in 2025, all the way through to the 30th anniversary, it's likely that things are going to continue selling out. Every set is going to do exceptionally well. And then we have the 30th anniversary. Bang, everything is on fire again. And then maybe, just maybe after that point, we start to see a slowdown in the generic market. The second prediction ties in with the first, and that is that the Japanese sealed market, as well as singles, will continue to go up as English product gets harder to find at reasonable cost, at reasonable prices. People will start to look at the Japanese counterparts. Now we can already see that with Super Electric Breaker, which is the Japanese version for Surging Sparks. We have also seen it with Terrestrial Festival, the counterpart for Prismatic Evolutions, and now also with Battle Partners, which is the counterpart for Journey Together. So my prediction is that Japanese booster box prices will continue to go up. Of course, there are the potential for reprints. I do think the market will swallow up and absorb whatever does hit the market, and there's not going to be a huge drop in prices. I think prices will continue to remain relatively high going into the next 6 to 12 months. Prediction number 3 is about Prismatic Evolutions, and I think that it is unlikely that the Prismatic Evolutions ETBs will be reprinted and restocked. Now, I think that is highly likely that that's not going to happen. It's likely that when a reprint or restock does come, it will probably be ancillary products such as 3-pack blisters, other boxes that are just not ETBs. Now, with that in mind, I also do think that the prices will continue to be very high for the set throughout the year, just because whatever's available in the market will get absorbed. There is just so much hype around the set. Also because pull rates aren't great, people are going to want to keep opening boxes. So in my opinion, I think ETBs are probably going to be around 100, whichever way we look at it through the end of the year. Now, I might well be wrong. And if I am, I'll be very happy about that because I will be buying more. And just for transparency, I do hold a case of ETBs. I do also have 2 Pokemon Center ETBs from Prismatic. However, I do think that whatever they reprint or restock will likely not be ETBs. I could be completely wrong, and if I am, I really don't mind. Prediction number 4 is about single cards from Scarlet and Violet, and I do think that illustration rares are going to continue to go up and soar, much like the trainer gallery and full arts from the Sword and Shield era continue to go up. The reason I think that this is probably likely to happen is because SIRs are very, very sought after and getting more and more expensive, but there are a ton of really good illustration rares that are still relatively affordable. But when people start to clock on to the fact that the illustration rares are good, and we're seeing it now with stuff like the Eevee from Twilight Masquerade, shows that the market for IRs with good artwork are going to do well and are doing well. Okay, there's the Ghastly card from Temporal Forces as well, and a ton of other cards which I just can't remember right now. Bear in mind, the Eevee is probably likely to do well anyway because of all of the hype around the Eeveelutions at the moment with Prismatic Evolutions, but I do think that IRs have got the potential to do really, really well. That being said, also keep an eye on SIRs. Any SIR under £100 or dollars at this present moment in time, in my opinion, aren't bad pickups. Even if you can find them in PSA 10s at around that price, pick them up, they're worth buying. Some of the really nice IRs and SIRs within Scarlet and Violet are definitely worth looking at. Now, I would say that do not look at investing too deeply into cards because they can be very volatile. But if you're collecting for collection's sake, I think the values are still there and you can still pick up some really decent cards at really decent prices. A card that I've been looking at recently is the Iron Crown EX from Temporal Forces. I think it's a beautiful artwork. I've managed to acquire a few of them. Not a huge amount. So just for full transparency, I'm picking those SIRs up because I do think they're worth it. I think the Iron Leaves as well is a really, really nice piece of art from Temporal Forces and a ton of other cards from the set. Well, by the way, you dirty evil beanbags, you investors, I have got a giveaway that I will do if you have made it this far into the video. And that's for 3 packs of Surging Sparks, just 3 loose packs to 1 subscriber. Make sure you comment down below, leave a like on this video to be in with a chance. I want you to tell me what set in the future you're looking forward to. Is it the Rocket set? Is it the Black and White set? Let me know which one is going to be the one you're really, really looking forward to, okay? And that brings me on to the last and final point, number 5. My 5th prediction for 2025 is, I think box toppers are here to stay, and at least one more set following on from Journey Together will have box toppers, either on the Rocket set or the Black and White set, or perhaps something thereafter. But I do think it's something that is a gimmick that Pokemon Company International are going to employ in this year, potentially to other sets. And I think there will be at least one more set in the future, in the next 6 to 12 months, that will have a box topper, or what they call the enhanced booster boxes. Well, anyway, guys, that was the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this little bit of speculation. Next year in Jan, what I'll do is I'll recap and have a look back at some of the predictions. I don't like to make specific price predictions because I think that's not really the right thing to do, especially when people follow you and take advice. I'm no financial expert. This is not financial advice. This is a little bit of fun, a bit of prediction, just to see whether or not I was right or not. Well, you beanbags, thank you so much for joining me on this quick short video. Make sure you slap that like button, headbutt the bell notification, and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.